What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Yesterday we did our creators stream. I was going to do that today, but got a chance to actually get a show in, so I said, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and do that now? Tonight, crazy big card. We're going to have the women's tag team titles on the line here tonight. 10-man Rumble Championship. Now, welcome to the stream, Sped. Welcome to the stream, Jahki. And, of course, JP, number one. Welcome to the stream, brother. So, there's a lot of people in this match right here, including Jahki. We've got JP facing off against Jace Wagner. We have Serra and Repentia facing off against Penny and Lady Rock. In real life, they're going to go put on a show at a kid's hospital, I believe. So, good luck to them. They'll be doing that today. Dragonuv facing off against Andrew Dubs. Kind of an interesting thing here. We'll get into that a little bit later. Mimi gonna get her shot at the women's television title. Vipero getting his shot tonight at Totes McGotes. Whoa! There we go. At Totes McGotes in the U.S. WCW U.S. Championship. Look at this. The Psycho, Robert Kemp and Drew Hawthorne getting their shot at Kempty Watson and Cecil Davis. That was going to be the main event, but Judge Julie Justice wanted to put her world title on the line here tonight against Phoenix, so that is what is going to happen there. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Now, with this match, this is kind of crazy. You're looking at the two women that just wanted Alana Davis kind of coming back, taking the WCW by storm. But the largest women's tag team, Crimson and Awesome Christina, getting their shot at those title belts here tonight. So really hoping for a good show here tonight. We did a lot of play testing yesterday with the update 1.16. It did switch up some of the things, but a few things maybe for the better, a couple things as far as the submission game goes for the worse. But hopefully we kind of got it dialed in a little bit better than it was. Still not the way I would like it to be, but maybe that'll be an AI slider that they add in 2k25. But two of the largest women, or the two probably largest women at least, in Crimson. Hard to really tell, but a lot of muscle packed in on Crimson's frame. And remember, Crimson is the daughter of WWE Hall of Famer Kane. So quite the pedigree, quite the lineage there. And look at this entrance. Love this entrance for these two. Really, really fitting. Alana making her comeback, wrestling against Miss Nightmare. Miss Nightmare, you know, you go back, you look at the other seasons, when Miss Frost and Miss Scorpion left, that's kind of really when Miss Nightmare took off. Those three sisters taken under the wing of Sting. But it was kind of Miss Scorpion that was leading the way on that. And then Miss Nightmare just kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and every shot that she got, she took advantage of. And now look at her here. Not only a Universal World Champion, but now one of the WCW Women's Tag Team Champions as well. What is going on, Herbie? You are also in the Rumble. Welcome to the stream. We're going to start seeing a lot more for a reason. I want to, and we've got enough time, I think, to do it. I really want to test out the Rumble stats. If you're doing 10-man Rumbles, will it count in the Royal Rumble stats? We'll find out.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WCW Women's World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the Disciples of Darkness. And their opponents, the WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Faces of Fear.
I think those are two really fitting names. You got the Disciples of Darkness, the largest women's tag, and then the Faces of Fear, your current WCW Tag Team Champions. So this is only their third match, so you got to realize, like, in their first match, win the title. Second match, defend the title. Now their third match, also trying to defend that title here tonight. But like I was saying, I wonder if all the eliminations will count overall. And I keep track in our record books of the eliminations, so I am tracking them. But you have to have more 10-man matches to make it happen. You know what I mean? You're fighting up right now against what, 40-something years, probably 25, 30 years of the Royal Rumble. So look at that. You can tell right now in some of these updates the logic changed up a little bit. So let's hope that stays true. And you're looking at, I think we only have 3 women that have a heel on their boot that wrestled, 2 of them in this match right now. Other stuff that we're going to get done too. We're in a brand new month, so we've got more 30-day memberships to give away for free. So remember, if you're a member of the channel, you can do it as well. It's 5 random at a time, but you can give away in a 30-day period in a new calendar month. You can give away free memberships. The more people that do that, the more people that see what the memberships are about, maybe the more people we get who want to have those memberships. We have 3 different levels of memberships. We have a $4.99, a $5.99, and I think it's a $10.99. I don't know why I went that way with it, but there's still a couple of us that are 10. I'm a $10.99 member. You know what I mean? I would never ask you guys to do something I'm not currently doing as well. I'm a member of a couple channels, like GC Rock I'm a member of. I'd be a member of a few other channels as well. And I will be here before the end of the year. So these guys getting off to a fast start right now. You got to remember, even though the Faces of Fear are the current world champions, I don't know that they're necessarily the favorites. You look at Awesome Christina and Crimson. They have been partnered up since season 1. Now, we don't see them a whole bunch, but still, there's a lot of familiarity between the 2 of them and in this tag match. But the Faces of Fear have been doing a really, really good job of working together. Obviously, already rising to the ranks in their very first match as world champions in the WCW tag division. And look at that, even with the height, jumping off, going over, getting her tagged in. Now Alana Davis and Crimson in here. Alana wasted no time getting after it. I think we're going to see a lot more interesting matches. We have really kind of, I think, dialed in the sliders. So we're still going to see squash matches. We're going to see longer matches, but it could go either way. It all depends on how the moves play out. So I like everything about the sliders right now if the submissions would just last longer. And I don't mean do more damage. I just mean the animation should last longer. And look at these 2 back and forth. Every time you think that Crimson is about to get the best of them. They get turned around. But look, I mean, they are getting, offense or not offense, they are getting wore down. Alana now getting over into the corner. Crimson turning it back around. Alana turning it back around, and they're playing a game of Ring Around the Rosies. Pocket full of wrestling moves. Ashes, ashes. Crimson finally fell down. So, and that's what you got to do right there. Look, Miss Nightmare. What? I have never seen that reversal right there, but here it comes. Crimson, holy Moses, putting Miss Nightmare down, and it looked like maybe down for the count at that. But Alana getting in there quickly. But Crimson right now maintaining control, has Alana in the corner. Thought we might have seen a double team move, did not see it. And now Miss Nightmare whooping up on Crimson a little bit and whipping up on her in her own corner. Letting Awesome Christina see it, and huge knee. Remember, Crimson's finishing move is going to be the choke slam. And two, guys, if you believe, because I saw this comment on our Discord, but if you believe I'm just guessing at who I'm putting together, you got to pay more attention. I mean, if you're new, don't get me wrong, we're teaming you up. We got to see what goes on. We got to develop the storylines, but there is storylines for every one of these wrestlers. Now, depending on how matches go, depending on how these storylines develop. So, but there is a purpose always for everybody in every match. It's not an oopsies. This is a third of my notebooks saying that it's not an oopsies. There is a purpose or a meaning behind it. Now, if that ever comes to fruition, I don't control the wrestlers. You guys know that. Completely controlled by the AI. So, I can't make the storylines come to fruition. But sometimes they go faster than I want. Sometimes they go slower than I want. Totes is a really good example of that. And huge kick. Can you imagine taking a boot to the face, but that boot's got a heel on it? That'd leave a weird tread mark on your face. And Alana, see, look at this. Alana knows you got to get on top. If Crimson's coming in, you got to get on top quickly. And Crimson breaking it up. But there it is, right into the ground. Face driven right into the ground, but in the corner of her opponent. So now Alana trying to get after it, control the match on that side. AC is down. Crimson just gets a crazy looking rope assisted stunner. Alana's going off, but Crimson has rolled back in, and she saw her but didn't see her in time. And that is part of it right there. Sometimes the speed, even though you look at Crimson and look at the power right there, but sometimes it is the speed of the other team. And they don't have to be fast. They just have to be faster. That gets them. Now grabs, rolls up the leg. 1, 2. And see, learning lessons. They're learning lessons right now. They were over on the other side. Wasn't working out. Bring Crimson over to their side. Things start working out a lot better. And see, that's part of the hard thing right now, too, even with storylines, because we're looking at... What? because we're looking at Wrestle Wars too, so Wrestle Wars right now takes precedence. And maybe that's what they were talking about, the randomness of Wrestle Wars is random, but the rest of it is not. And there is another one, and Miss Nightmare absolutely dominating the match right now. Crimson has got to find a way to get it turned back around, and she was going for her finisher, the Bone Crusher, but Crimson finds a way to stop it, almost like she's listening to the commentary right now, finds a way to stop it, and look, she is moving much slower than she was in the beginning. But AC has got to watch out. And I don't mean for that knee. She's got to watch out for the Bone Crusher that beats a bow hand. And why AC let it go, I don't know, but can she take advantage of it now? Can she maybe get the pin now? And look at that, Crimson already back to her feet. Now, it's not that she didn't think Crimson couldn't withstand some of that. And she tried her finisher, and Miss Nightmare flipping that back around. And you want to talk about a match. When you're talking about a title match, this is probably exactly what you're thinking of. And you can see that while Miss Nightmare and Alana probably have got in more moves than the other team is about power. So you're probably talking 4-1, 4 moves to 1 move. Because you can see that Miss Nightmare and Alana Davis both wearing down. And now finally, right in this time, Awesome Christina and Crimson. Crimson has been wearing down. But now they're going to take that show out right in front of the crowd. A lot of NWO shirts, a lot of For Life Rey Mysterio shirts out there in the crowd. Cactus Jack, the Kevin Nash. Oh! Now, we gotta say it. You cannot win. Well, you can win the match, but the title belts will not change hands on a count out. Miss Nightmare now rolling back in the ring. Referee almost up to an 8 count. Is this going to be? And it is the very first double team move of the evening. And AC fights through it, says return to sender, sends Alana right back into her own corner, and now going to tag Crimson in. You can see AC now starting to move a lot slower. So all the wrestlers right now, big boot, that could do it right there. Alana, though, knows it, gets back up to her feet. Oh, little hip chuckies right there. What is going on, Blaise Radio? Welcome to the stream, brother. Oh, Alana tried to reverse it. Crimson not having it. Gave her the old flippity-doo-dah. Top of the noggin to you. And now back in, another double team move. So now the world champions working really well together in the double team department. Miss Nightmare delivering the boots upside her head. She gave her boots upside her head. And we have seen her win matches and end matches with that clothesline. 1, 2, 3, and we see it again here today. The Faces of Fear will retain the titles.
Your winners, and still WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Faces of Fear.
So absolutely nuts. 3 matches. In the first match as a tag team, they win the titles. The next 2, they defend the titles. Absolutely crazy. Guys, go check out Blaise Radio if you haven't done so already. Shockwave, what is going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. Go check out Shockwave Wrestling. I don't know what today. Tomorrow, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Shockwave. Totes McGotes will fight for the world title against Iron Taylor in the SWW. If I'm right. I could be wrong. What is going on? Prime time. Welcome to the stream, brother. So, holy cow, one? That is only one match. We have a long way to go, and in this, we have got Agent Destined, Blaise McCoy, Chris Ray, the current champion, Herbie, Jay Savage, Jahki, Rated R2K, Sawyer, Sentinel, and Zach Hamilton. That is not the order. We don't know what the order is going to be fair. But we did something a little bit different. We did have 2 minutes in between. Now we will have one.
Is the Royal Rumble match. Now, the two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 10 superstars have entered the ring. Elimination occurs when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner and will go on to face the champion of their choice at WrestleMania!
Well, almost. What they're going to do is win the 10-man Royal Rumble belt. What is going on, Sentinel? Welcome to the stream, brother. So this is absolutely random, including the champion. That is what makes this belt so hard to defend. I was wrong. I thought he defended the title. He didn't. He re-won the title. So Chris Ray won the initial title. And then Blackheart won the title. And then Chris Ray won it back from him. So Chris Ray, a 2-time 10-man Royal Rumble champion. Blackheart, a 1-time 10-man Royal Rumble champion. But lots of new characters, a lot of characters that made their debut just last week or in the last episode are going to get their shot here tonight. Now, Rated R2K getting ready to make his way down to the ring. But remember, another thing that we got to keep an eye on, Jahki has hurt. He has got that bruised rib. So is that going to play tonight? Is that going to take into account tonight? This is a match that Jahki actually requested in the hopes that it wasn't going to be like a brutal submission match or a brutal tables and chairs match where guys had to go over the top rope. It could still be brutal, but your best shot at protecting yourself is in a match like this, a Royal Rumble type event. Gotta admit, that's just freaky. Like if Rated R2K was coming down the ring, that is just, that is freaky. What is going on, Vipero? Welcome to the stream, brother. I'm going to tell you right now, Vipero, you get your shot at Totes McGotes here tonight going after the WCW United States title. I know. That's part of the fun of the universe. There's a few liberties I gotta take. But you did want a shot at a title belt. That's absolutely crazy debut too. You look at Jahki's debut. That is a brutal match, and a brutal match against the world champion. Like it came down to the WCW world champion and Jahki in a tables match. I love that match type. We're going to see a lot more of it, to be fair. I almost think that's how the hardcore title should be fought for. Absolutely brutal.
Introducing the individual who drew number 2, representing the new foundation from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, weighing in at 185 pounds, Aiden Dustin.
So this should, and Sentinel, I thought about that today as well. I may be able to do that because right now I can only do the shows at certain times. I can run that back anytime and on stream, to be fair. But yeah, I thought about doing that because I do like the storylines. A little tired of the division and it's crap, but I do love the storyline. So when there's stories to do, I do really like that. So maybe we'll do that. We'll have to see. Look at all the people jumping in. That is awesome. And guys, make sure to drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. And share the video. That is the biggest thing we can do right now. Share the video. If you like it, YouTube says, okay, let's push it out to more people. If you share it, they push it out to even more, plus the people that you shared it with on whatever platform that you're sharing. What is going on, Eagle? Welcome to the stream, brother. Brooklyn Joker. What is happening, my man? Welcome to the stream. So, I changed the rules because every time I play tested this, nobody from 1 or 2 could really win. So, we have modified the rules. So, instead of 2 minutes in between everyone, it's only 1 minute. That should give everybody a much better shot. Because at a 10-man rumble, normally it's 30 seconds and everybody's got a shot to win it. But it's too chaotic. So I think at 1 minute that might be the sweet spot. We'll have to see. But R2K and Agent Destined going after it. Agent Destined coming off his light heavyweight title reign. Now here comes the next person. Destined trying to get R2K and gets him. R2K cannot believe it. To be fair, I can't believe it. Agent Destined now and Sentinel tying it up. Now, that's going to be quite the size difference. Sentinel just barely in the super heavyweight category, but still in the super heavyweight category. So you look at the light heavyweights and the cruiserweights, they are going to have an issue getting their paws on them. So we'll definitely have to see that and see what is going on. Really? That is something. Congrats to Vipero. Guys, while this is going on, I just realized something. The lawnmower guys are here, and I do have to switch up one thing or they will not mow my backyard. So I missed that one, but I did just see Agent Destined out, but looks like we got Zach Hamilton in the ring, Herbie in the ring, Sentinel in the ring. But now it looks like the next one we really want to watch. Oh, just missed it, but hit it that time. And look, Sentinel waiting in the wings. Ends up grabbing Zack, throwing him down. And this might be one of those things where maybe Got to test it a little bit more, but this might be one of those things where maybe 30 seconds is the way to go. What is going on? Iffy, welcome to the stream. Zach Hamilton, welcome to the stream. What is going on, brother? Zach fighting through it, though. Sentinel thought he had him, and look at this, though. Sentinel staying in control. And there's some people that like really could use, Sentinel being one of them, could really use this win here. And that is the second time Sentinel has had Zack like in position to eliminate him and then didn't, almost like he's playing with his food. But I'm going to tell you, that typically comes back to bite people right in the un quisiadora. For all of those Spanish speakers out there. What is going on, Ebola? Welcome to the stream, brother. That's another one. Go check out Bola. Has got a channel as well. Go check out his content. Blaise McCoy now in the ring. Blaise saying, bring it on. Letting Sentinel know. He says, I see what you're doing out here. But Blaise ready to get things rolling. And guys, really from this point on, anybody could win this as of yet. Now, the champion hasn't made his way into the ring. I wish they had like a 45-second, even 1 minute might be too long. 30 seconds isn't long enough, though, I don't think. But maybe it is. Who knows? Oh, Sentinel trying to set it up. Zack kind of hanging back a little bit. But now Zack back in. Blaise backing off. And now everybody taking their shot. And speak of the champion, and he will appear. This is your current 10-man Rumble title holder. Can that change here tonight? He became the first one to win it twice. Can he become the first one to defend it? See, Blaise is like, I know the guy I got to get after. Right here. And now looks like Sentinel back with Zack. But look, Blaise is not having it. Blaise is like, for whatever reason, he's like, I've got to get this guy out. Now working on controlling the entire ring. Try to go up over the top. Oh, what? I have never seen that elimination either. That was like the Karate Kid big boot. Sweep the leg, Danielson. It's actually Johnny, but whatever. You know what I mean. Oh, and now he's in there. He is in the comments. Radio Rex. If you guys know the LTD universe, you know Radio Rex is the most vile. But he does look like Totes, to be fair. Like, as vile as he is, he's one handsome son of a bitch. You know what I mean? See, that's what I mean. Always after Blaise. Rex, just not a nice guy, you know what I mean? So the champion still in the match. Zack Hamilton was taking an absolute beating, but now getting things turned back around, Sentinel on the ground. And it does look like, if anything, Blaise did leave an impression with Sentinel and wakened him up enough to where Zack controlled him here. And Chris Ray knows. They call Chris Ray El Jefe. What? Sentinel spraying the mist through the mask of Chris Ray, and now it is the Alpha. Jahki now in the ring. Remember Jahki with the bruised ribs. And he immediately comes in. This is why they call him the Alpha. Immediately comes in and eliminates the champion. So no matter what happens, we are going to have a brand new champion. Jahki now hits Zack with the spear and then goes right back after Sentinel. And both of these guys back and forth. Sentinel now, he's had him here before. Well, yeah, see, at least this time he went for it, though. Last time he didn't go for it. What? We have never seen that. Reverse. Looked like he was going up for the helicopter. Oh, tried to get him. Zack ducks him. Jahki grabs Zack. And Sentinel hits Jahki. So I lost count with how many people are left in this match. But I believe there's at least two more. And finally, Zack Hamilton eliminates his aggressor. Sentinel was absolutely controlling Zack for the longest time. Then Zack got it turned back around and finally gets Sentinel out, eliminating Sentinel. Zack going up top, hits Jahki, trying to get Jahki wore back down. Is he going to clean the ring? And he does. Zack Hamilton, against all odds right now, cleans up the ring. I would have bet he would have went out before Sentinel went out, but instead does not. And now, even though they are both in the syndicate, the leader of the syndicate and Zack Hamilton, who is in the syndicate, are the only two in the ring, so they are going to have to fight it out. Jay Savage trying to, or is he? Are these two maybe just biding their time? Could we have a finger poke, like a finger poke of doom, like situation going on here? It's hard to tell, like, are they really selling their moves? Or are they just waiting for the next person to come in this ring? Because you got to think, either way, this is good for the syndicate. But now, here comes Sawyer, the newest member of the Bikers, making his way into the ring. And his shirt says, "I don't trust me either." So there goes. Now they haven't said the next elimination wins, so there must be at least one more person left. But Sawyer and Savage now going back and forth, fighting it out. Zack Hamilton cleans the ring for the syndicate, kind of paves the way, and it's really a smart move. Gives them their best shot, because you look at how much energy had to get expended by Zack Hamilton, and now you've got the leader of the syndicate getting sent into the ring. We have seen Solo take the bullet, but he better... What? And we have a brand new 10-man Royal Rumble champion.
WCW Underground Impact Champion, Jay the Savage.
in an absolute crazy move. He gets put up against the rope. He's like, yeah, I'm down and out in Beverly Hills. Sawyer goes for him, sidesteps, and in the same motion throws him outside the ring. Holy Moses, wowzers. But brand new 10-man Rumble champion. Syndicate getting stronger. Like, that was a smart move. Like I said, that was a smart move on their part. That was a smart move how they played that out. I believe it, even if you would have reversed the roles, I believe Savage would have been like, no, hey, get me out of this ring. You're our best shot. Whatever's going to make the Syndicate stronger, that is what they do. You have seen it 100% of the time. In every single move that they make, Jay Savage making these chess moves, you see it. So definitely. And go check out Solo Season Universe. Drop a sub on that. Tell them Totes sent you. Wheelchairs. Nice.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day. From Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 193 pounds,
JP making his way down to the ring, says haters wanted. He definitely has a few of those. But I got to tell you this about JP, and you're going to see it for yourself here in just a second. You're going to see the thing that I already know. The thing that you guys should probably know. But the old ones are starting to like him too. You know what I mean? If you ask the old ones are starting to like him too. That's what the back of his shirt says, by the way. So the Syndicate really having a shot here tonight. They made the LWO a little bit weaker, right? That move right there makes them a little bit weaker. You look at the LWO right now in Wrestle War sitting at number 4. The Syndicate sitting at number 3. I think I've got it figured out to where it should be a really fun round 3. So everybody still has a shot. Now, you look at some of the teams, they really got to step up. You look at the Hart Foundation in a really good spot. But there'll be enough points
from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at
to advance.
67 pounds, Jace Wagner.
So this is kind of a big match too. You look at the implications of this. You've got a team that is already out fighting for survival, but JP getting a shot at the leader of D-Generation X 2.0, and that is Jace Wagner. Very cool entrance. Very cool entrance. If you guys I will. I can find that out. I've got all the stuff that we need. To figure that out for sure. But it's funny, most people come in here, even with early success, it's still tough to keep that early success going. So, because a lot of this, while the title belts matter, so does the wins. I've showed you guys this, but the wins matter, especially in the ratings. Everybody, again, rated between typically 87 and 82. Depends on if you're a big guy or a little guy. but typically rated between there. And so then when you start picking up wins and the game starts 1 point attributes for this and 1 point for that. Whereas losing also matters. Look at this, almost seeing the old version of JP. JP running up top right now. Going coast to coast, going off the top. And again, this is the thing that makes JP so dangerous. Looking like he's got some newfound vigor, some peps, maybe getting back in his steps. And this is what he's got to do, win or lose. Going off the top rope is what makes the difference, especially when you're looking at his size. And I don't think Jace, especially seeing JP's recent matches, I don't think Jace is ready or was ready for this. So if JP can start getting it turned back around and start springing together some wins, that's when you start climbing the ladder again in the ratings. But see, that's all really determined by the game. So, people look at the ratings. Look, a little Duxie. A little Duxity doodah right there. Jace sidesteps, waiting for him to come in. But look, it's almost like Jace not up for this match as of now. And this is JP's finisher. Can he get it in? He does. Is that going to do it? Grabs the leg. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you didn't know? Jace somehow kicking out of that move. JP, it was right there on the verge of winning it. Jace, was that the wake-up call that he needed? Remember, Jace has a finishing move that is one of the top 3 most devastating moves in this game, called the Jace of Spades. And that was not it. When you see it, you'll do this. Oh. It's like a train wreck. You're like, oh, can't believe I just saw that. So when that happens, you know it was the Jace of Spades. There will be no question. You won't be like, I wonder if that was it and Totes just didn't say it. Nope, you won't even question it. But JP fighting right now not to let Jace do it. Gets up. Is he going to grab it? He does. This might be it. 1, 2, 3. And that is why those top rope maneuvers so essential to JP's game. What is going on, Digital? Welcome to the stream, brother. Look, JP already talking about, hey, where's my belt at? I believe it's on his pants, though, so, he's fine. So does that mean, JP gonna be getting back to his old ways? Is he gonna start going and winning matches? Is that the match right there that maybe puts an end to the losing streak? Could be. Definitely something to keep an eye on. Definitely something we want to be watching and make sure that we see what's happening. But here's a really interesting match. Again, Repentia and Serra looking to get some things started, get some things moving in the right direction. Last match, really, really a good match, but can they roll that now?
Tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Game Crashers.
But can they get that now and roll that and take the next step in the development and turn that into a win? What is going on? Jesse the Jackhammer, welcome to the stream, brother. Jesse, also a promoter. Go check out his stuff. He does some stuff, too, with the E-Federations. Definitely a good watch. So we've been tweaking the Gatecrashers movesets. Let's see if it starts to pay off. It's gotten, and this is what I mean, when you're a new wrestler, typically it's not all roses and sunshine. Usually it takes a little bit.
And their opponents, the Red Faction.
What? Look at these two. They're like, hey. They're like, hey, we're not freaked out now. But now we know when they get down to the ring, Penny typically takes off her helmet. Lady Rock keeps hers on. But haven't really got to see the two of them really line it up in the tag team division. So, going to be a really interesting match. Can the Gatecrashers or can these two get the win and maybe take the next step in the tag team division? Tag team division definitely getting stronger in the women's division, so something that we for sure want to keep an eye on. Yeah, these guys are just red, team red. But they're a tag team. You know what I mean? They're not really a faction. It's kind of like the Maniacs. They're not, the Maniacs aren't a faction. There's 3 of them, but they're not really a faction. They're a tag team. Oh, switching it up here tonight. Before we saw Repentia starting the match, but here tonight, Serra will be starting the match off against Penny. Is that going to be the formula that is needed to win? Penny trying to get back to her feet, though. Serra staying on top of it. And Penny's been around since season 1, actually helped make the merger happen between TSW and the WWE. Hadn't seen her in a while. Then WCW started back up, and now that all the administration stuff for her is done, doesn't have that administration stuff in the WCW, she has returned back. And look, just like GC Rock, Lady Rock with that move right there. Going over now. Oh, it was a double hit right there. Look at the absolute timing on that. Penny now going down after Serra, taking Serra, throwing her back into the ring. Lady Rock getting a shot, but stays right on top of it. And you can tell these two, again, we don't see a lot of them, but these two definitely on the same page. Serra trying to get over, trying to get the tag into Repentia, but Lady Rock blocking that. And staying on the offense now, grabs the leg, 1, 2. But you can see Serra kind of looked back over Repentia and was like, no, I'm good. Don't worry about it. I've got this. Gets thrown now into the side. First double team of the night incoming. And again, Serra trying to get over, but couldn't. Now gets back up to her feet. Penny just a hair faster, but Serra now getting it turned back around, and Serra was getting the better of Penny before. And then Lady Rock getting tagged in, and things started to change. Now Repentia tagged in for the first time this match. And look at this, going after the legs, going after the midsection. And you're going to see a much more aggressive side of Repentia here tonight. I can guarantee you that. But wisely, look at this. That is a good move. So now keeping her fresh. But Penny noticing that says, hey, let me help you out here. On the outside, Serra going after Lady Rock. Weakening her up. Penny staying on Repentia. And Penny trying to make sure that she does not stay fresh. That she does not stay rested in the ring. But in the meantime, her partner is getting dominated now. Now both of these ladies on the outside. What is she doing? Gonna take Penny and throws her right in to the ring post. And you can see Penny. I would be shocked if she doesn't have some kind of bruised or broken ribs after that shot. Referee up to 8. Penny sliding back in. Serra sees her coming. And now whips her back into the corner, back away from her partner, making sure that she does not get that in. What? Trying to do maybe an Irish polka. Maybe trying to do the Russian crazy dance. And right there, that should tell you about what you need to know. Lady Rock not believing Penny had the strength to kick out. Penny now trying to fight back, whips her back into the corner. Thought that we might have had a double team, and instead we get a huge tornado DDT. Serra, though, getting Repentia tied back in, and I guarantee you, Repentia wants a piece of Penny. After the stuff that she pulled, and she is going to get a piece, and look at that. The absolute brutality. She goes, yeah, go ahead and tap out or tag out. You're going to need to. Repentia, though, waiting on Lady Rock. Whips her into the corner, and she doesn't care if she's wearing a helmet or not. But look at this. Repentia's like, hey, she remembers what Penny did. The attack's on her, but Penny distracting her just long enough to get Lady Rock back to her feet and back in control of the match. Serra now watching on. Penny watching from the outside. Referee trying to stay on top of the action. What is going on, Eagle? Welcome back, brother. Lady Rock getting ready to tag Penny back in. Repentia looked like she was going to go grab her, but then kind of decided, well, this is actually what I want, but just a little bit late on staying in control of that transition. Penny now in control of the match. Takes her, whips her into the ropes. And Penny staying on it. Repentia trying to get over to Serra. Does. And now remember, Serra typically really kind of was in control when she was fighting Penny. But Penny now still in control. Oh, no! Watch out! This is the penny dropper. Hits her with it. Totally forgot, but the penny dropper has got to be one of the top 5. That is a rainbow diamond cutter. And you can see that definitely took a toll on Serra. Serra's still down, trying to get back to her feet. Does, and look. After the penny dropper, she was like, whatever. Headbutt right to the helmet. And she has got to be fighting on autopilot right now. Probably doesn't even understand exactly where she's at. Getting the penny dropper, headbutting the helmet. Gets her over in the corner, and I think her body right now just fighting off instinct. Trying to stay in control and not get hit again. And what goes up has got to come down, puts her in the submission. Is she going to get the win? Penny now getting ready to get counted out, but look at this, Lady Rock. That definitely took a toll on her. Repentia blowing kisses back over to Penny and then getting after Lady Rock. Grabs the leg. 1, 2. And Lady Rock able to kick out into. It is crazy, but the Gatecrashers right now can taste the victory. Can they stay the course? Can they stay in control? Look at that. Looking like they are right now. Get Serra tagged back in. Repentia stepping out of the ring. Penny now in. And Serra's probably got some choice things to say to Penny after getting hit with the penny dropper, but instead takes 2 feet to the head. Call her in the morning. Picks her back up. Whips her into the corner, and look at these two fighting not to get beaten here tonight. Lady Rock and Penny also trying to stay in control, also trying to have their tag team take the next step. Serra crawling over to the corner, but here it comes, incoming and low. Right across the face. Serra grabbing her head. Probably doesn't even realize Penny is back in the match. It looked like Penny was going to go after her, but Serra recovering. Penny fighting through it. Repentia looking on. And here we go again. Crazy dance. Except this time Serra ducks it, and look at that. What a huge right hand. Right to the head of Penny. And this has been a match for the ages. And a huge spear. 1, 2. Penny kicking out, but it did not look like she was going to make it. Repentia trying to beat Penny to the outside. Penny sees it and stops though, but Repentia right back in the ring. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you get a back elbow. Repentia now controlling the ring. And look at how fast. Repentia is still very fresh. Like, this has been a really good strategy, but will that strategy end up paying off? Serra mainly being the one in the match. Controlling it right now. Penny on the outside trying to play it up. Serra cleans the ring, but now Repentia in again and grabs her with a single leg takedown. Rep starting to feel it. And can she end it right here? Can she find a way? Oh. Maybe she can, maybe she can't. Lady Rock already back up in the corner, and here it goes again. One good clothesline deserves 2. And Repentia all kinds of fired up. Is this going to set up her finisher? Maybe it was, but Penny said no way. Once, twice, not 3 times the lady. And gets Lady Rock tagged back in. Yeah, that is true. I know, I had to think about it too. I was like, what's he talking about? Yep. Yeah, Blaise Radio, name of the station. Name of Blaise, though, is Blaise. Now goes, grabs the leg. 1. And I was going to say, if it is longer than a 1 count, I am going to be shocked. Repentia very much still, like, has a lot of stamina in her. You can just tell by the way she is moving. Now gets back to her feet. Penny taking too long to get over there. And there it is again. Another clothesline incoming. And that move right there just gets her fired up. Oh, look, Penny's saying, please stop. And look at this. Pulls a little trickster on her, uses it. Repentia pauses just long enough to get it turned back around, and here comes the big slam. Is that gonna do it? 1, 2, and able to kick out in 2. And look at you can't see the expression, but you can tell from the body language on Lady Rock, absolutely shocked that she was able to kick out of that. Repentia rolling out of the ring. She has had a bunch of moves pulled on her, and big moves. Repentia trying to get back to her feet. But Lady Rock there to make sure Penny stays in control. Grabs the leg. 1. And now only a 1 count. So Penny whipping her back into the corner. Thought we might have seen another double team, because that is what these guys have been doing all summer long, as Kid Rock would say. And that, while that's not her finisher, that is very similar, but that is a tornado DDT. Still a big move. You get a lot of momentum going. Oh. Little flair for the dramatic, but Repentia did not like the dramatic, so gets it turned back around. And it has looked like a couple times like she was setting up to do her finisher. It just hasn't been able to get the timing of it down. So I wonder if that is what is going on. You got to remember, brand new wrestler to the. So if she's got a tough finishing move, it might be difficult to get down the timing until she's done it a few times. Penny, though, or Lady Rock kicking out in 2.5. Repentia now trying to get her back to her feet. Takes her, whips her back into the corner. Are we going to see a double T move? No. But also not wanting her to get back into her corner, she rolls out of the ring. Serra now tagged in. Penny sitting there. Serra going over, delivering one right hand and a drop kick to knock her down. Referee telling Lady Rock, get back in the ring. She does. Serra sees her coming, but it doesn't matter what she sees. Lady Rock gets her again. And that big knee doing some damage right there. Right back. Again, right back, mainly to the midsection. Serra knowing that she's got to get to her feet, or Lady Rock will take advantage and then try to get that pin in. Possibly even the finisher, but look right now, well, it looked like there for a second like Serra was actually blocking the tag from happening. But this is probably the thing that Serra wanted so far. Serra having a really good battle back and forth between Penny. Lady Rock seems to be getting her number. So sometimes you see that in a match. Sometimes you don't see that a lot, where somehow in the own corner of her ring it goes a certain way. Bulldog 1, 2. And kick it out again in 2.5. And now getting over. So I'm going to tell you, win or lose, it's one thing, but look at how long this match is going on. These two women really starting to come into their own. And not just that, but get the win. Repentia with that spear for the last time on Penny, getting the win. So the Gatecrashers getting their first win here in WCW. Congratulations going out to them again. And I asked them to post pictures. She said she would if she could, but they are going to go put on an event at a children's hospital here today. So that's why they aren't in the stream. Very noble cause. So that is very cool. So, you know, what I want to do too in our thing is make a community tab. It scares me a little bit, but I want to make a community tab where people can post like their real life pictures. Like, hey, if you're out on vacation or you're doing an event or you're doing something, like real life stuff, not the wrestling stuff. But maybe that's where we post the pictures at. Right now you can do it in the general tab, but you know what I mean. So absolutely crazy. Anyway, congrats going out to the Gatecrashers getting their first win here today. And probably their first of many, to be fair. So now you kind of got like the man from Japan and Dragonuv, you know. It's been a lot of Twitter talk back and forth between these two. One of them running their own school, while the other one, the Canadian who got trained how to wrestle in Japan out there. So who's better? Whose teachings are better? Which way is better? Who knows? But they got tired of talking about it.
Making his way to the ring from the edge of reality, weighing in at 232 pounds, the Dragon.
Exactly, real life community tab. I wish I had somebody that really understood. Like I need a... I don't know what you would call it. I need somebody to run. It's coming to me. God dang it. Somebody to run. I'm looking at it right now. Discord. There we go. Ha! House of the Rising Syrup. Need a Discord runner or... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I definitely need one of those. Yeah, moderator. But one where like we could talk about and say, hey, this is what we want to do, blah, 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 and then that person knew how to make it happen. I'm learning, don't get me wrong. I learned stuff, but yeah. That's just like it'd be pretty cool to have a video editor. I can edit video, but like it'd be even cooler to have another person that could do that, and then I could do the voiceover for the other stuff. But because anybody who does this knows this takes a lot of time, even doing it the live way. There's a lot of work behind the scenes to make these shows happen. This stuff doesn't just happen by accident. That's why you'll see sometimes I get super frustrated when the game pulls an oopsie daisy, because so much work you put into doing it. You want it to come off. Not who wins and loses, but you want the stories to come off and the match types to come off the right way. And
representing the Syndicate from Japan, weighing in at 241 pounds, one half of the Universal World Heavyweights Tag Team Champions, Madman Andrew Dubb.
yeah, so it'd be cool, like, if I had a guy or girl, but like who knew, hey, take that live stream I just did. If we're like, hey, this is a crazy good match, let's go ahead and just, the easy thing, cut that match out and then let's post it as a video later. You know what I mean? Like the top matches. Or the evolution of Totes, or the evolution of Dubs, or the evolution of Dragonuv, or the evolution, you know, we're a couple shots here and there, 3, 4, 5 minute video where you just see some of the different looks, like how we've gone through the stuff. There'd just be some coolish type videos, you know what I mean? I do the shorts already, but still. And look at this. You look at the similarities between these two. Now, the idea of their styles are the same, but their moves are quite a bit different. So, this is going to be a very, very interesting match. The Syndicate and the School of Dragonuv basically in here. Both men trying to prove which style is better, who is better, and what is better. And back and forth these two start to go. There'll be a lot of things, like especially in this episode from right here. You're not going to want to start taking your eyes off the screen. There'll be plenty of stuff to be watching now. Yeah, I would love to do things where it's like, not all the news of the thing, but very specifically, if it is ever related to Universe Mode, that. Related to the movesets, related to the algorithm, related to the sliders. That kind of news. I don't care about my faction. Matter of fact, I got very strong opinions on my faction that require a lot of 4-letter words. And here's a quick thing for you guys. If you guys ever want to start a company and make a wrestling game, and then you're going to charge, like, I don't know, $120 for the top part of your wrestling game, and then you're going to release wrestlers like they are doing in my faction, like with the persona cards, and then charge $65, $35, $37, $24, screw off. You're a retard. And I mean that wholeheartedly. You're an idiot. If you did the same thing, this is Business 101. If you did the same exact thing and charged $1.99 to $4.99, you would make so much more money. More people would get involved. More people, you would get this habit going where people would be used to, what is this? Oh, and he could have won the match. He could have won the match, but he doesn't want to win like that. He wants to prove a point. What is going on? Witcher, welcome to the stream, sister. But yeah, you're absolutely dumb. You could get it into a thing. I can afford to buy that stuff. I can afford to buy all the wrestlers. I wouldn't. And look at that. Dubs coming away with the pin to prove the point.
Here is your winner, Madman Andrew Dubs.
So Dubs getting the win here tonight, and we've seen Dubs do very well in Wrestle Wars as of late. Didn't start off the best, but now all of a sudden starting to get better. I would show you the results of what was supposed to happen, but it doesn't matter. It didn't happen. So that's interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, you charge $1.99, you charge $4.99. Plenty of people would buy the cards. Also give it away to grind. But stop being stupid. Like, for those listening for the My Faction thing, if you're a developer, stop being a jackass. Look at me. Stop it. Pull your head out of your ass and do it the right way. Like, just really? You charge $120 or $60 for your game and you charge $37 for one. Come on. Stop. Enough of my rant. Now, let's get back into it. I feel bad because that was a crazy match. I wish the thing would have happened that was supposed to happen, but doesn't matter. Here tonight, on the other hand, we're going to see Melinda Guterriez, iffy in the comments right there. I know that ladies match was crazy. And this is absolutely nuts. We have a brand new look for Witcher. We have her going to escort Storm Steele out. And the debut of TJones in the Bikers.
Is a special guest referee match. Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, Hyperspeed TJones.
Oh, they don't lose money for if they charge $199 to $499, they'd make way more money than they make now. A lot more people would buy, and a lot more people would buy all of it. Every business I've ever run, I've done it. And you're talking about intellectual like property, really. You're talking about digital things. They make a killing off of doing it.
First, from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, the mechanic, Guterriez.
Yeah, that was yesterday's shock. Yeah, I didn't show this version. There's two other versions. One was for the LTD. One was for solo season. And this one I just changed up the face paint. Yeah, it is lots of storyline stuff going on in here, but now really Melinda in her second match has the deck kind of stacked against her, but we have mastercrafted her moveset. So this is not going to be an easy match.
The superstar, Tony the Witch Cox, representing the Bikers. From the other side of darkness, Sorceress Storm Steele.
This is not going to be an easy match for the Sorceress, but the Sorceress right now having the Witch, Tony Cox, sitting on her side, managing what is going on, and now the newest member of the Bikers as the special guest referee. Tony Cox has really set herself up and set the Bikers up to be successful going in to Wrestle Wars. But how is TJ going to call it? Will she call the pin against the Sorceress? If it comes up that way, we are going to have to wait and see. But getting off to a fast start already. Melinda already having worked on some of her movesets, some of the moves, and even came up with her brand new finisher. Are we going to see it here tonight? Will we see the Paris Island Express debuted here tonight? She definitely is going to want to do that, but look at this already. Stop sign being used. TJones going to let it go. She's going to let that one fly. But will she let it go both ways? And look, typically what we know of TJ, she, very honest, going to probably call this down the middle. But definitely something we want to see. Look, one. And getting a one count. Look at the Witcher. Witcher already up in the corner, taking that off. Does Melinda see it, though? Can she use that to her advantage? What is going on, Temple? Welcome to the stream. And Mrs. McGotes is calling, so When she calls, we gotta answer. And here we go. It is setting up for it, and here it is. The Paris Island Express getting hit and kicking out. That is a huge advantage, though, right now. Melinda hitting that move on there. You can see the look on Witcher and TJ's face. The Sorceress, though, trying to fight through it. Trying to get back in control. And huge back elbow. Going now, working on the lower body. Steps back, played it up to the crowd, and that might have been a mistake. Melinda taking advantage of that, finding a little crack, a little chink in the armor right there. Now picking up the stop sign, telling her stop. In the name of wrestling, before she breaks your face. Rolls up the leg, 1, 2. And only a 2 count yet again. Sorceress kicking out in 2. And now you can see the absolute frustration from Guterriez. Delivers that back elbow. Gets on top of her, just mounted hammerhead punches. Now throwing the bows. And oh, that was almost her other finishing move, but she gets out of it, and what in the heck was that? Grabs her leg, now rolls it up, 1, 2, and somehow Melinda kicks out of that. I don't think Frankie Two Fingers would have kicked out of it. If the Sorceress would have put me in that move, that would have been all over but the crying. I'd still be on the ground. What? The Sorceress, for some reason, just went after and punched Witcher. I think this match has been so tough back and forth and didn't realize Witcher was not Melinda and ends up swinging. Looks like Witcher understands, though, so getting her back. Now Melinda getting the guitar, getting ready to sing her little ditty about Jack and Diane. Garbage can incoming. Oh, that is an owie right there. And the second one. And the Sorceress just fighting right now. Looking like, again, she might just be fighting on instinct. And then going back to Iffy's point. 1, 2. And Melinda kicking out yet again. Matter of fact, kicks the Sorceress out on top of that trash can. But kind of the point again that she made is, yeah, some of the guys' matches seem to go pretty quick, where the women putting on some absolute bangers here tonight. rolls her over. 1, 2. And again, Melinda finds a way to kick out. What is she going after? A chair. I would have guessed another guitar, but she goes after a chair. Melinda rolls in, knocks that chair out of her hand. And here we go. This is it. This might do it. Oh, that is her setup. That was the neck breaker. It looks an awful lot like the start of her finisher, but now her finisher probably set up. Takes the stop sign, throws and misses, went for the finisher, but just a little too quick. The sorceress throws her in to that exposed turnbuckle again. And is this gonna do it? 1, 2, 3. And the sorceress comes away with the first of the 2 falls. But if you didn't know it, it takes 2 falls to win this match. Sorceress up right now, 1-0. Can Melinda come back? 1, 2, 3. And I think either way that would have went. At that point,
Here is your winner, Sorceress Steele.
I think either way that would have gone at that point of the match. Whoever would have pinned who would have been the one getting the win. So absolutely crazy. But what a great match put on here tonight. Sorceress coming away with the win. Melinda almost fighting through absolutely impossible odds. But so far looking like Witcher trying to set the bikers, the female bikers faction up for Wrestle Wars. And again, Wrestle Wars will start. It'll be Monday Nitro, but we will see again our first 4 matches of Wrestle Wars Round 3 in the very next episode. Yeah, there's nothing to be ashamed of in that match. Holy cow. We have seen some absolutely crazy matches here tonight. But now we get down to the final 4 matches of the evening. Mimi going after the television championship. Typically, this is the WCW Women's Television Championship fought for on Thunder. Missed it the last couple weeks because of this, but Suzie back ready to defend the titles. So far has the record for the most title defenses. Vipero then gets a shot at Totes McGotes, leading into the new blood. Robert Kemp and Drew Hawthorne getting a shot at the LWOs. Kempty Watson, Cecil Davis. Now you look at some of this stuff. This has a direct impact on Wrestle Wars. If Vipero can win, this just makes the syndicate even stronger. Totes really needs to defend that belt. Same here. LWO still in it, but can they remove the tag title belts from the LWO? You know, we look at what's going on with Wrestle Wars and the New Blood not in it, eliminated after round 2, but could they help weaken the LWO? So still could play a role here tonight, and then Judge Julie Justice will take on Phoenix for the Women's World title. Well, I think you just saw. I accidentally answered the question.
Champion versus champion contest is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the WCW Women's World Television Championship.
So, haven't got to see the Women's Television Championship get defended, but Suzie Lee, after winning it from Witcher, defended it against Storm Steele, the current world champion Judge Julie Justice, and a former world champion Heather D. So it has been a who's who of title defenses for Suzie Lee. I'm thinking about that. Witcher, Storm Seal, Judge Julie, Justice, Heather D, and now putting that title belt again on the line here against Mimi. Now, you look at the record before her. Kelly Kidman defended it one time. Cheyenne Davis defended it one time. Suzie Lee has now defended that title belt 3 times, so she is extending that record out. Can she extend it even further here tonight, or will Mimi from the Order of the Phoenix strip that title belt from her? Suzie Lee, a leader, the leader, not a leader, but the leader of the New Blood. And Mimi, the Order of the Phoenix. So again, this is another match that is going to have direct implications on the strength of the factions going into Wrestle Wars on the women's side. And for those of you who don't know, Temple Sawyer is Temple's character in the WCW. So Temple plays Sawyer. His fiancée Tammy is Tammy. But we've seen a lot of Tammy, and we had to get this match in, so Suzie Lee will be defending this title belt here tonight. And Suzie Lee is a real person too. You don't see her in the comments, but she is a former work colleague, very good friend of our family. So there's some flesh and blood women that are in our universe that don't get in the comment section necessarily and participate that way, but they do support the channel.
Introducing the challenger from Sin City, the WCW Women's Underground Internet Champion, May. And her opponent from Smithfield, North Carolina, the WCW Women's World Television Champion, the Terror, Suzie Lee.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because now in round 3, there are 8 women's teams. And now we're down to 8 men's teams. So the women now will be competing alongside the men. We're going to see, for instance, on Monday night, we will see 2 men's singles matches and 2 women's singles matches that are directly related to Wrestle Wars. So we kind of figured it out. There will be a possible for every team to score 92 points. It's more points, don't get me wrong, but we'll see how it goes. Right now, I think it's like the best probably way to get that thing going. That's very interesting. Yeah, I was Nintendo 64. That is where I kind of started as well. I didn't run Federations or anything, but yeah, it was very similar thing. That's where what I did there is what has evolved into this. So very interesting. Yeah, right now I don't have too many work colleagues anymore. But yeah, like Suzie Lee, Bobby O, they were all work colleagues. Richard Hardigree, Peyton Hardy, they were work colleagues, not anymore. But still friends. Still friends of the family, so very interesting. This is going to be a really interesting match when you look at kind of the way the Order of the Phoenix goes. You look at Jane, very nonchalant pinning maneuver. Mimi, another one, very nonchalant pinning maneuver. The Order of the Phoenix, they want you to know that they're better than you, and they want to prove it. So Very, very interesting with that. I thought it was going to be interesting if somehow, and they were on the verge, but if the New Blood somehow got disbanded, what would that mean really moving forward? Because that would have made Suzie Lee probably the #1 free agent for a faction if she decided to go that way. Not everybody is involved in factions, don't get me wrong, but if she wanted to continue that way and then be a part of a women's faction, how that would turn out. And it's funny because it's almost like her attitude would be lined up with the Order of the Phoenix. Suzie, much the same way, just wants to show you that she's better than you, and she wants you to know it. So Mimi now going up to the top rope. Look at that. Grabs the leg. 1, 2. And you think it's just the impact of that move. We saw that earlier from JP. Oh, she started to get her momentum going. Mimi saw it coming. And Mimi, again, I like to say this, but Mimi in real life has a mohawk. That's not just a game decision. She said, I'll be a part of your universe. She's part of the GC Rock gaming community. I am also a part of that as well, but a lot of you are. But she in real life has a mohawk. So I would send her pictures because there's a couple different versions. This is the version she liked the most. And look at this, Suzie getting outside the ring, getting things turned back around. And we have seen this actually in a couple of her defenses, but in even the last match against Heather D, we saw this where Heather was kind of dominating inside the ring. Suzie got out of the ring, got things turned back around, and when they came back in the ring, she ended up coming away with the win. Now going up top. Is she going to hit it? Hits the elbow, grabs the leg. 1, 2. And now she's like, okay, if that's how it's going to be, setting up for it. Can she get it in? No, Mimi getting that thing turned back around, throwing the bow, and now Mimi putting her up. This is it, the Mi Amor. And there's the nonchalant pin. 2, 3, and we have a brand new WCW Women's Television Champion.
Here is your winner, and new WCW Women's World Television Champion, May.
This is crazy. You go back over the entirety of the history of this title belt. Phoenix had won it back in season 5. Angela Starr then also won it back in season 5. Then we come into this now, Mimi winning it. The only person who is in the Order of the Phoenix that hasn't won this is Jane. So who knows if Mimi, we'll see what kind of run Mimi gets on. Can she break or beat Suzie Lee's record? We'll have to wait and see on that. But when and if she ever loses the title, will Jane take the next shot? Will the Order of the Phoenix kind of, win the quadruple on the women's television title? Definitely needs and remains to be seen. What is going on, R2K? Welcome to the stream, brother. Mick Wayne, welcome to the stream. If you guys, big stuff going on in the division right now with the conclusion of this season and the stories of this season, definitely want to go check that out. Mick Wayne, really good. He does other games too, I'm not saying that, but really good. He is also here in our universe, but a really good division YouTuber, so go check that out for sure. Oh, that'll be cool. I am looking forward to that. And guys, while you're here, remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification to miss any time we go live, share the video. The likes and the shares, man, huge. Lets people know what's going on, lets YouTube to share it out. But right now, Vipero getting his very first shot at the WCW United States title.
Is scheduled for one fall, and is for the WCW United States Championship.
Now, the one thing that's got to be kind of scary for Totes is if you go back and you look at this historic run, he has defended this belt a record 11 times. Can he make it 12 here tonight? You look at Ozzy, when she defended the WCW Women's World Championship, she defended that 11 times as well. Can Totes take it to the next level of any belt anywhere, longest winning streak, and do it with the WCW United States title? But here's the part that's got to be concerning for Totes. You got Vipero coming out, getting his shot at it, but you look at this. Jay Savage just won the 10-man Royal Rumble title. Brought that home to the syndicate. And Jay Savage has tried 2 different times to take the U.S. title from Totes. Has not been able to do it, but now you've got that. So he's already got 2 matches down. And now he is coming out to help Vipero, give Vipero the coaching, the managing that he needs, that with the talent he's got, could that put him over? Could this be the guy who beats Totes McGotes here tonight and ends that streak? I don't know. This is going to be a tough match. You look, defended it against Paul the Thing, Recon Delta, another member of the syndicate. CM Punk 2 times against Jay Savage, GC Rock, Sentinel, Jace Wagner, Aaron Lee, McWayne, Sentinel again. And now Vipero going after it. Vipero currently one of the members of the Universal Tag Team Champions with Andrew Dubbs. Andrew Dubbs getting a big win tonight. Jay Savage getting a win tonight. Can Vipero make it a clean sweep for the syndicate tonight and bring home another title belt? What is going on, Vexity? Welcome to the stream. Speaking of that, I said we were going to give away some more things, and I haven't done it. Shame on me. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Fool me. We can't get fooled again, for those of you who like Bushisms. But here we go. I just got to get through the commercials, and now let's get in here and see if we can't give away some stuff. No. Oh, I've been a member. I've been a member for 9 months myself. Okay. Here we go. You have 3, 5, 10. I got 10 memberships left. And here they come right now. Here comes 5 coming out to you. Who is going to get them? Oh, look at that. R2K gets it. The Royal Eagle. The Royale Eagle. It's iconic. OG LOL Gaming. I can't even say that name, but I'm going to try anyway.
The challenger from Columbus, Georgia, weighing in at 205 pounds, 1/2 of the Universal World Heavyweights Tag Team Champions, the Snake Vipero. And his opponent from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 258 pounds, the WCW United States Champion and the Universal $1 Million Champion, Frankie the Reaper Fingers.
Absolutely welcome. So those are 30-day free memberships. You guys get to check it out. When I do stuff, I always release it to the members first. and then I schedule them for release. But as soon as I create videos, so you might see like 5 videos all of a sudden get created. Haven't been doing as many as of late, but we will get that going again. But R2K, Skyconic Gaming, the Royal Eagle, Abendago, Dauda, I know, dumb American, this guy, I get it. But I tried, and Braden, all gifted memberships. Typically me and Digital do that. But if you are a member of the channel, you can do that as well. Every member, paid member of the channel, has the ability to gift out 10 free memberships a month. So definitely like doing that during our live shows. But here we go. Vipero, Totes, McGotes getting it on. And again, both of these factions are in Wrestle Wars still. So this is going to be one of those things that has direct implications. The Horsemen sitting at number 6 right now with 27 points. The Syndicate sitting at 34 points. But taking one of these titles away from Totes and bringing it to the Syndicate makes the Syndicate stronger, makes the Horsemen weaker. So very, very important match right now between these two wrestlers. Now, the crazy thing is, Totes is absolutely, especially when it comes down to the United States title, even more so than the Universal title, has absolutely dominated the competition. Can Vipero change that here tonight? Look at that. Reaches back, grabs the ankle, gets it out of the way, kick to the midsection. Referee now up to a 2 count. Temple, I'm really glad you are part of it as well. Love having you here, brother. You and Tammy both. Referee up to a 6 count, and we got to say it, the title cannot change hands on a count out, but you got to believe that these guys don't want it to end on a count out, either one of them. They both have things to prove. Now Totes grabbing Vipero, wrenching back on him and letting him up. Didn't think he was going to tap out, so let him up. Very smart to stay in control of the match versus just trying to do a little bit more damage. It's done a lot more damage by letting him up. But Vipero getting it turned back around, reversing it in on Totes, and now working in on the midsection. Remember, Vipero has got the constrictor and the snake bite. Both moves really going into the head of their opponent. So, and both moves can happen super quick. Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, we can get Sawyer a match at the U.S. title to whoever wins this one. I like it. So Vipero now in control, almost looking like he is calling for it. Tells Totes he's about to shoot his own shot. Jumps up, and that is usually the prelude to it. Backing up, Totes rolling out of the arena. Vipero letting the crowd know what's coming. Jumps out, and him and Totes are the only 2 people I know that have that move. Totes, though, gets out of the way. Probably recognized what was coming because he does it as well. But honestly, being on the outside of the ring with Totes, not where you want a longtime member of the Horsemen. Totes now goes, grabs a leg. I don't think anybody was expecting that. But it doesn't matter what they're expecting. Vipero kicks out. Totes gets him now, picks him back up, slams him back down. And it looked like Totes might have been thinking about going up to the top rope. Instead, does not. Swinging neck breaker. And here, oh! We have seen him win on this move right here, but instead, setting up for it, do we have a new United States champion? Hits him with the snake bite. 1, 2, and Totes finds a way to kick out in 2, and you can see and feel the dejection through the mask of Vipero. Totes trying to get back up to his feet. Now takes him over. Referee getting in the way, but luckily that does not play in. But Vipero fighting through, and you got to know that regardless of what happened, that snake bite landing on the head of Totes, not a good thing for Totes McGotes. Rolls out, rolls back in. Both men saying something to each other, and then Totes grabbing Vipero. And look at this, trying to put a submission hold on Vipero. Is he going to tap out? Fighting through it, and it doesn't look like he was going to tap out. So Totes again letting him up. Shocked that he did it. Here we go, Famouser didn't even know her. And Totes absolutely turning back to some of his horseman ways. Vipero trying to fight through it, and ducks what looked like what was about to be a clothesline, and then hits Totes with the neck breaker. Grabs the leg. 1, 2, and 2.5. Vipero was like, I've got this thing now. Tried to pump up the jam. Totes trying to recover. Can't recover in time. Takes one boot to the head. Called Vipero in the morning, and Vipero setting up for it again. This might very well be it. Hits him with the constrictor. Is Totes going to tap out? Do we have a new champion? No! Somehow, Totes has been hit with the snake bite, been hit with the constrictor, and doesn't tap out, but it might be all over but the crying. Vipero trying to add a couple more things. Grabs the leg. Is this it? 2, 3, and we have a brand new United States champion.
Here is your winner, and new WCW United States Champion, the Snake Vipero.
Vipero doing what everybody else couldn't do and wins the United States Championship, beating Totes McGotes and stopping his reign as the U.S. champion. Absolutely nuts. That's one of those things, like I was wondering if we were ever going to see the end of the reign, and we see it here tonight on Thunder. Don't know why my keyboard's doing that. Hold on one second. What a crazy match. See, that is one of those matches I would have been like, hey, we need to record that and put that out as a separate match. That was like, it took, just to show this, it took 2 finishers and a couple really big, solid, special moves to finally win. But Vipero does it, so GG's going out to Vipero winning the United States title. Now, can we see another pair of titles change hands here tonight in the WCW World Tag Team Championship title belts? Right now, not the greatest nights for the defending champions, as the Ladies Television Championship has switched hands, and now the WCW United States title belt switching hands as well. I was going to say the Psycho taking his time here tonight, maybe using this tactic to get in the head of the current WCW World Tag Team Champions. No, it's all good. It is all good, Eagle. It happens, but again, when you lose, like you've gone on a streak for that long, and you lose that title belt, probably got a bigger title belt lined up, at least a shot at it in your future. Now you're holding 2 title belts. You don't get that shot. But I'm going to tell you what, there has already been talk in the back that Totes McGotes might be looking to take his shot at Roman Reigns. Nobody has been able to beat Roman Reigns. Not many people have been able to beat Totes either. So, might be looking at that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Well, that'll be Vipero's first title defense. We will put Vipero and Sawyer up against each other. So, the longest reigning tag team, just longest tag team period. These guys go all the way back to season 1. They have been a tag team and never broken up. And then, oddly, we thought for the longest time that they'd won all these titles, but they had only won special series titles. This is really the first time winning the WCW World Tag Team titles, and they have held on to them for a hot minute. That is for sure. Looking at it now, let's go down, blah, 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 blah. They won these back in episode 15, and now they are trying to tie the record of the Maniacs. Right now, they've got 3 title defenses. Maniacs had 5.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 477 pounds, the New Foundation, and their opponents at a combined weight of 455 pounds, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, the LWO.
So yeah, the Hit Squad, a part of the LWO. And what's funny about this is very interesting, to be fair. I just realized that when you look across the ring at Drew and at Robert, you would think that they're like big men of wrestling. They are not. They are tall. And both of them still fall into the light heavyweight category. So it's funny to see like a Drew Hawthorne wrestle an Eagle. They're both light heavyweights. Drew looks like he's much bigger. Robert Kemp looks much bigger. But they're not. They're just taller. So even hearing the weights, neither team is really bigger than the other team. One team's going to be a little bit faster. The new blood's going to be a little bit more powerful, but still, at the end of the day, they're all light heavyweights. So very interesting. Actually, Kempty might even be a cruiserweight. He's right there on the border. Depends on how much time you spend in the gym this week versus last week. You know what I mean? If he gained like 2 pounds of muscle, then he's a light heavyweight. If he stayed the same, then he might be a cruiserweight. So, but look at this. Robert Kemp, the Psycho, starting out the match. And just some different moves than you've ever seen. They don't call him the Psycho for no reason now. Putting Cecil in the corner. And is he going to take the opportunity right here. What is this? And look at that. Drew looking around. That's why you got to stay on your toes against the Psycho. He will take and tag you in at any time. You won't even know what's going on. But Drew not so much worried about that. Robert throwing Cecil back into the ring. And remember, Cecil, of the two wrestlers, Kempty wrestles a lot like a luchador. Cecil wrestles a little bit like one, but also wrestles a lot bigger than he looks. All the way down to his finishing move. And a move like that. Kind of your sit-down flippity-doo-dah powerbomb. And it looked like Cecil just kind of suckered him into believing that he was going after Kemp, but instead turns back around, torpedoes Hawthorne. And Kempty sucks him in again. This goes back to the experience and the experience as a tag team of the Hit Squad versus the New Blood. Doesn't mean they can't win, but the Hit Squad got them old man tricks, you know what I mean? But Joker is still a heavyweight. He's not a super heavyweight, but he is still a heavyweight. And that's what you would almost expect. That you'd almost expect from the look of Drew Hawthorne, him to be a super heavyweight. You'd expect that Robert Kemp would be a heavyweight, but they're both light heavyweights, so very, very different. That's why if Drew Hawthorne and Digital Dogs were to fight, and Drew tried to grab Digital could push him back for a while until he wore him down. Kempty crawling over to the corner. Didn't think the Psycho was going to let him do it, but I think Robert wants a piece of Cecil. And a piece is what he's about to get. Yeah, but like you look at Joker, you would think he'd be a super heavyweight, but he's a little bit lighter than that, so. Here we go again. Is Cecil gonna get hit with it again? He does. And again. Robert Kemp gets that little surprise tag, and then Kemp throws Cecil back into the ring. Cecil trying to use the ropes to get up. Grabs the leg, but not even a 1 count. Right now, Tammy's got 2, so she won it 1 time. Let me look. Let me make sure. Let me look and make sure. Yeah, she's got 2 title defenses right now. Yeah, I was going to say she has 3 matches, but the crazy thing about Tammy, 3 matches, all 3 for titles, all 3 for the Light Heavyweight Championship, all 3 of them win. So right now, technically, Tammy undefeated in WCW, which is crazy. You know, you look at the streak, won 100 in a row. You're never going to see that. The record that we've seen in our universe was by Totes, who has won 20 in a row. So 20 is a crazy number. Most people don't even hit 10. So starting out your WCW career, and this is where like a Tammy, a Sawyer, these movesets have been fleshed out. Rated R2K, their movesets have been fleshed out over years. Jahki, those guys can come in and do really well. When you look at Repentia, you look at Serra, you look at Melinda, it takes a little bit. It takes me seeing what happened in the ring for me to flush out and really truly mastercraft not just their own personal AI sliders, but their movesets. So movesets and AI sliders can overcome ratings of any kind. Cecil now grabbing the leg. 1, 2. Now, Phoenix defended it 4 times. Tammy halfway to that record already. So that'll be interesting to see as well moving forward. There's only been 3 light heavyweight champions in the women's division. Heather D, Phoenix, and now Tammy. Oh, looked like Kempty was trying to set up for something. Instead, Drew gets... Uh-oh, Skedios. This is Kempty's finisher. Grabs the legs. 1, 2. And the Psycho able to kick out in 2. And now the Psycho turning them back over. Throwing the bows. Going after the midsection. Goes to roll him up. Cecil there, though, didn't believe Kempty was going to kick out of that one, so jumps in, breaks it up. Robert taking Kempty over in to the corner. What does he plan on doing? Cecil was just off, but is he going to be able to stop him? Does not, and what is that? Jumping neck breaker. Now using 2, 3, and we have brand new WCW Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, and the new WCW World Tag Team Champions, the New Foundation.
Absolutely crazy. But ends up winning on a kind of a shady pin. Now, you know the commissioner is going to see that and will probably schedule a rematch between the 2 teams. But as history has proven, he will not strip these guys of the title belt. If the referee missed it, he missed it. But we have seen him grant rematches. So congratulations going out. I'm telling you, not a great night for current champions, but an amazing night for new champions. So a lot of new champions getting crowned here tonight, and the same in that match. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Digital. Always good to have you in the actual live stream. But we are down to the final event of the evening, the main event. WCW Women's World Championship on the line. Phoenix will be facing off against Judge Julie Justice in her very first.
And is for the WCW Women's World Championship.
In her very first title defense since winning it from Kylie Watson. Now, Aussie wins it for the very first time, becomes our very first WCW World Women's Champion, right? She goes on a crazy tear, defends the belt 11 times, then loses it in a Money in the Bank cash-in. Ends up pinning Ivy Niles for the 11th title defense, but then Kylie Watson cashes in the Money in the Bank and pins Aussie. In Kylie's very first title defense at the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, loses it to Judge Julie Justice, and now the Judge getting her very first title defense shot, defending it against Phoenix here tonight. So is she going to become only the second lady to ever defend the title belt one time? Because Kylie won it, unable to defend it against the Judge. Can the Judge defend it here tonight against the Phoenix? Phoenix, from the Order of the Phoenix, having a shot to become only the 4th WCW Women's World Champion. Can she do that and help the Order of the Phoenix become even stronger going into Wrestle Wars? So Phoenix, we look at Phoenix, one of the most iconic wrestlers that we have ever had. Like, people instantly know who she is when they see her. Very recognizable figure and a face of the WCW Universe Mode. Can she take that popularity? Can she take that and parlay that into winning the Women's World Title? We have seen her win the world title in TSW. So she has been on the World Championship stage. She has been at the World Championship level, but can she win it here tonight in the WCW 2.0?
Introducing the challenger from the 5th dimension, Phoenix! And her opponent from Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., the WCW Women's World Champion, the Judge, Julie Justice!
So bonus match here tonight, main event. Typically haven't been seeing the world titles defended because they have been defended so much. But tonight, we will see Phoenix getting her shot at the WCW world title. And look at this, champion coming right out and getting right after Phoenix. Normally, Phoenix, kind of the speed aggressor in the match, but the judge didn't become the world champion by accident. So scouting out her offense and then using that offense against Phoenix. Can Phoenix withstand the beginning, withstand the opening salvo from the champion and get it turned back around, maybe parlay it into something that she can win? We have seen the submission holds tonight get held for a little bit longer and work a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit. There were 4 very specific sliders that I turned down to get it to where it is. You'd think it'd be even longer, but again, we'll take what we can get. And getting a 1 count, but you can see already the judge putting some big moves on Phoenix. Phoenix now trying to withstand those moves and get some of her own. And look at that, 1, 2, and already a 2 count. Look at the frustration on Phoenix. I think she thought, even though this is really early in the match, but those were some big moves back to back to back, looking like she believed she could have came away with that victory right then and there, but able to kick out is the current world champion, the judge, Julie Justice. So this is one of those things right there where we definitely want to make sure where the judge has got to find a way to get back in control of the match, because just like she showed her, things could happen quickly. And look at this. Quickly indeed, using the ring right there, and a huge DDT. Now trying to slow things down, trying to recover from what was going on with Phoenix. And again, this goes back to it. You look at the champions, typically the champions have got it and paced the matches very well. Now the judge setting up for her finisher. Will she be able to get it in and pass judgment? Hits her with the verdict. 1, 2. But apparently Phoenix put that verdict on appeal, kicking out in 2. Big forearm smash, big elbow, and look at that! We don't see a lot of that from her, but trying to take it off the top rope, understanding that Phoenix is a very worthy opponent and that her world championship might be in jeopardy. Takes that daredevil type maneuver, takes that risk, and that risk did not pay off. Right now, Phoenix in control of the match. Is Phoenix going to be able to parlay this to her advantage? And the judge kicking out in 1. Gets her again, gets her back up. Is she going to go for the pin? No, throws her over. Trying to stay in control and now standing toe-to-toe. May not be the thing you want to do with the judge. But Phoenix trying to prove that she can do it, and back and forth these two women go. Both of them delivering right hands, delivering chops, and the judge showing you now why you don't want to do that with her. Absolutely overpowering Phoenix, now picking her up. And a big slam back down. 1, 2, 3, and the judge will retain the WCW World Championship. But look at this. The Witcher Tony Cox using this moment right now, just like Kylie Watson, to cash this in and really trying to put the bikers in position. And after the absolutely brutal match that she just had with Phoenix, is the judge going to be able to withstand a fresh Witcher, who has also won world gold on other stages? Witcher with her brand new look, her brand new attitude, and her brand new AI sliders. We actually have them fixed now. You are going to see a brand new attitude from Witcher right here. But going after the World Championship, will this pay off? Can she make the Money in the Bank contract pay off? Oh, she was going after it. She was winding up, getting ready to deliver a huge right hand or maybe a huge clothesline. But the judge stopping that, delivering it of her own, and tried to pass the verdict on her. Witcher trying to put her in the witch's brew, and back and forth these two women go. The judge trying to slow down the pacing right now, maybe using that to keep delivering the damage, keep delivering the blows, but using it to maybe gather her own breath. Witcher not having it though. Witcher not wanting to gather any breath. Wants to keep the pedal to the metal, and for her, that is the best strategy. And here we go, the Witch's Brew. Is she gonna tap out? Do we have a brand new champion? Does not tap out. Somehow withstood the Witch's Brew, which is won on many, many occasions, and now a double super kick, and here it is again. If she gets it in again, you gotta believe it's over. The judge realizes that, takes her, and now trying to set up her own maneuver, has her set up for this DDT. And it looks like the witch is out on her back. And now setting up for it. Is she going to be able to pass the verdict? And what a huge clothesline that is. Is that going to do it? 1, 2, 3, and somehow she withstands all of the shenanigans and comes away the WCW Women's World Champion.
WCW Women's World Champion, the Judge, Julie Justice.
The Judge, Julie Justice, showing you why she is the WCW World Champion and defends the title belt not just once, but 2 times here tonight. And against, I mean, if you're defending it against Phoenix and you can defend it against Witcher, touche, hats off to you. Absolutely amazing. So guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Remember, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the video. All of that really helps out. Really helps out the channel. And we will catch all of you in the next one. Peace.